Yo, what up? This video is part 3 to the series I was doing on relationships, marriage, and how to win with money, working together. So at this point, you already set to the table. You agree that you're gonna work together. Y'all developed the budget. Y'all actually started implementing the budget into your situation where you was cutting out unnecessary expenses. And also, after you did that, either one or the both of you went out and started generating some extra income so you can pay off your debts faster, and also so you can save that $5,000 for an emergency, right? And remember, the $5,000 is the first thing you do before you even go and start dumping all your money to your bills and paying off your debt. So now that we passed that point where you got your five grand and you got your bills all caught up, that probably took you maybe 1 to 2 years, depending on how deeply in debt you were, depending on how hard you went to go at paying off your debt, depending on how much extra money you generated to help you pay this debt off faster and increase your income, right? So let's say at this point you done paid off all your debt, man, you free and clear. Now this ain't the time to chill, because I know it's like, what you should do at this point though, because this is a big point, this is like a milestone in getting to the point where you financially straight or financially comfortable. You need to celebrate. Y'all need to do something, go out of town, go somewhere, get a hotel, go to a resort, celebrate this victory, man, because let's say it took you 2 years to get out of this hole that you was in, you made some adult decisions and you stuck with it. And that's the thing about working together as a team, right? I see so many people having financial issues in their relationships, and it's destroying their relationships because they can't get on the same page with money. So if you was able to get on the same page and y'all actually work together, you develop a stronger bond. You develop habits that you didn't have. You develop habits that you didn't grow up with from your parents. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, when you start doing this, you're gonna start to see things differently as far as how you was raised around money. You know what I'm saying? In certain communities, money is taught in the home. In certain communities, money is not taught in the home. But once you and your partner get together and start to win with money, it's gonna change you, man. In a good way at that, though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna your relationship with money is actually gonna change. You're gonna look at it different. You're gonna look at the way you spend money different. You know what I'm saying? And being in this position now that y'all got all y'all debt paid off, you just gave yourself an extreme raise. You understand what I'm saying? Because all that debt that you had going out, them loans, them credit cards, unnecessary bills, it was just taken away from your income. Now you at a point where you develop a habit of generating extra income, and it should feel extremely good. So like I said, go ahead and celebrate, man. This is a big feat that you accomplished, right? But this still ain't the time to chill, because you remember, you only stacked the 5 grand. You was throwing all your dough to paying off your debt and getting out of the hole. So now what do you do with all this extra cash that you got, right? The next thing I would do is start to save at least 1 year at minimum. Forget about that 6-month crap. You want to save at least 1 year, 2 years if you really want to go hard, of your annual income. You know what I mean? Your annual salary. A lot of people say, do your net pay and all that. Nah, I would go with gross pay. You know what I'm saying? And again, this may take you, depending on how much money you actually make, this might take you another year or so to do, depending on how hard you go. And I would recommend that you do this before you even start investing, because what I found is that if your foundation is weak, your house is gonna lean. You feel what I'm saying? So you want a strong foundation, and having a large emergency fund is a strong foundation. This puts you in a situation where, you know, if like the pandemic should have taught us a whole lot about money, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was hurting during that time because they lost their job, and when they lost their job, they were still living paycheck to paycheck, and they didn't have any money to support them, you know, until they was able to get some more income coming in. And I'm not even talking about the government assistance that went out. I'm talking about you know, finding another job or getting some other income through whatever, you know what I mean? And it's a very desperate time. I know a lot of people lost a lot of different things at that time because they just didn't have the money to support themselves. So if you got 1 year minimum of your annual salary, gross pay, that puts you in a very strong position. You know what I mean? That creates a very strong financial position for yourself. So once you get to that point where you save the minimum of 1 or 2 years of your annual salary or y'all annual salary, then just leave that money there alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't even touch it. It's already there. That's like your cushion, your safety net for whatever, anything that goes wrong. And after that, what you could do is now you can start saving money to, you know, do other things. You know what I'm saying? If you want to decide to start investing, now you can save the money for it. If you reconstructed your situation where you got out of that expensive house and you moved into an apartment, now is the time to start saving your money for a down payment for that house, or saving your money so you can buy a house outright. You know what I'm saying? Because look, at this point you develop patience. You know what I'm saying? You develop the habit of saving. So by doing that, you know, it ain't gonna be as hard to stack money for a down payment or to stack money to buy a house cash, because you already developed that habit. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing it now for let's just say 1 to 3 years, maybe 1 to 4 years, depending on your situation. So just remember this: you're in a great position now. You financially sound, and the biggest thing you don't want to do is go out here and get back in the hole now that you got yourself out of the hole, because it's like backsliding. You know what I'm saying? You was winning and then you went back to losing. That don't make sense. So I hope this advice was helpful to someone. Stay on point, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and if whatever part of the process you in, just stay focused, go hard, and don't give up. I'll holler at y'all later.